Merry meet everyone. I am Lady Silver Sage, and I'm really glad that you are here. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you very, very much. Those of you who have already subscribed, I thank you sincerely. And those of you who have not subscribed, please do. We would love to have you as a subscriber because that will help our channel to grow and for us to reach higher heights, okay? And for those of you who may have remembered my other channel, I had over 500 subscribers there. And then somebody hacked that old channel. Okay, so I have no access to it whatsoever. So that's why I'm asking you please to subscribe to this channel so that I can reach my 1,000 and some subscriber goal. And please be sure to watch my videos so I can get my 4,000 watch hours, okay? Really important so that I can help more people on this platform, okay? And please, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it, okay? Excuse me a moment. So, all right. Today, what we're doing is a spell and a ritual, and it's to learn how to actually love yourself. I hope you don't mind, but I've got my notes here because this is really important. Excuse me. And I think that especially during this time in our lives, the things that are going on in this world, it's really important to have these types of spells and rituals to help people, to help us help ourselves, okay? Now, this spell and ritual was inspired by someone that my husband and I hold in great esteem. We call him our brother Wisdom because he is one of the wisest people that I've met, and we both respect him so much. And I want to read you this quote that I found from his Facebook page. It goes like this. We talk of loving yourself, which is needed, but learning to love yourself when it seems there is nothing lovable in you is a must. Yeah. And it's really, you know, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter if you're thick or you're thin. It doesn't matter if you're somewhere in between. It doesn't matter if you have a third arm growing out of your forehead. It doesn't matter. Okay? The thing that matters is that you have got to learn to love yourself if you don't already. Okay? Now, I'm going to be one of the first people in the world, I guess, on this YouTube video channel thingy to admit I don't love everything about myself. Nope. I really, really don't. I'm opening up to you guys. I really, really am, because I want you to see that I am sincere in my work. I am sincere in my spirituality. And I am sincere in helping everybody that I can help. Especially those who can't help themselves. The innocent ones, the helpless ones, the hopeless ones. You know, that's what it's all about for me. You know, giving back in a way that I can give back. Okay, and the thing is that when I give back by making these videos, I actually help myself as well. Okay, so I just want you to understand that you see these people in these different videos, these influencers, I guess you could say. Am I an influencer? I don't know. I want to be an influencer, but in a good way, a positive way. That's really my goal here, okay? To influence others and help them in a positive way. But you look at some of these influencers out here, and they want to try to make you think that their lives are perfect. You know, there's just so many people out there that are doing things that are not real. They're not being real to themselves because they don't love themselves. Therefore, they have to try to get other people to love them. Does that make sense? Okay. And that's why they do a lot of these videos showing that their life is so wonderful, you know, and in reality it's not. Okay. Now for myself, my life has become really wonderful. However, okay, there are still a lot of curveballs that are being thrown at me in my life. For example, my size. I have gained so much weight. Number one, with, the big M, menopause, okay, being 56 years old, okay. And then number two, I was bitten by a tick and I ended up with Lyme disease. In German, it's called Borreliose, and it really does a number on your joints. My spine, for example, there's pain in my spine every day, some days more than others, okay? And because of the pain, it's really, really difficult to do exercising and to move around, and that causes some of the depression that I have. The other part of the depression that I have is from my divorce, where my ex-husband took my 401k plan, you know, all of the money that I had earned when I lived in America, you know, all of that's gone. He took that. And when we went to court, he got away with it. So that causes the depression, okay? Because I'm thinking about, gosh, you know, we had a contract. We had a marriage contract, and he got out of that, just like he gets out of everything else, you see. And that causes the depression. And you might be going through some things like this or something close to this. And I want you to understand, we have the right to feel good about ourselves. We have the right to love ourselves, okay? And it is time that we learn to love ourselves no matter what else is going around. No matter what else is happening in our lives, we have the right to love ourselves. It is a fact. Like I said, whether you're man, woman, or a different gender, it doesn't matter what gender you are, period. We have the right to love ourselves as long as we're not hurting anybody else. Okay? Now, like I said, I've created this spell and ritual thanks to our Brother Wisdom. Thank you so much if you're watching, Brother Wisdom. Thank you. And I want to use this to help as many people as I can, to help myself as well. Because with having gained all of this weight and having a hard time getting it off, you just don't feel good. Okay, and maybe you're in that situation. Maybe you're in the opposite situation where you can't put the weight on. Okay, but it's time for us to start changing how we live our lives so that we can learn to love ourselves. And I'm asking those of you who are watching, if you're ready to change your lives, put it down in the comments, in the comment section of my YouTube channel. Put it down there. Let me know. Interact with me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. Okay, because when we change our lives, like when we eat better, we eat smaller portions. Smaller portions, right? Yep, we got to eat smaller portions. And we have to move more. You know, we have to move our bodies more, even though the pain is there, even though the depression is there. And sometimes you have a hard time trying to get out of bed in the morning because the depression is there. or you've got anxiety, or you've got PTSD, or some other type of mental torture going on. We have to do something to help ourselves, okay? And like I said, this is going to help us, all right? I've got 10 things listed here that you're going to need to do this ritual. Oh, and one other thing I would like to say, I have planned this ritual very carefully. And normally I say, oh, you're welcome just to use a ritual that I've done as your basis. But this one, I'm saying, please don't change anything in it unless you don't have the herbs or the Kräuter, if you're German, that I'm using here, okay? Everything else, please leave the same and do it just like this. Do it as I've prepared it because it will help. Trust me on this. Okay, these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a pink candle. A pillar candle is really good for this, but you don't have to have it, of course. Use what you've got. A fireproof pot or bowl, a lighter or matches, about 1 cup of water, which is going to represent our emotions, of course. Okay, rose quartz or quartz crystals, whatever you've got would be good if it's a white colored stone or a pink one if you don't have rose quartz or quartz crystal. Okay, this is going to represent strength and power and love. Rose scented oil. Okay, and this is what we're going to use to anoint this pink candle. Rose petals or whole roses. Got these right here. I've got whole roses in here and I've got some rose petals that were grown out in the garden last year. Pink, light pink would be the best, but as you see, I've got dark red. Use what you've got, okay? All right, now they're going to help you to open up, to reveal your true self, the beauty that you possess, which is inside and outside. They're going to help heal emotional wounds, okay? The thorns of a rose, don't forget, they're there to protect you. And that's what's going to protect our emotions, okay? The thorns of these roses, because they grew on thorny stems to protect them, okay? We're going to need some dried lavender, and that's going to be for calm and flow, okay? We're going to need some thyme, excuse me. Got this right here. And like, oh wait, if you don't have dried and you have fresh, that's also okay. But I just have dried right now, and that's good to use. Now, thyme is to help cleanse away the cruel words and the cruel actions that helped to lower your self-love and your self-esteem. Okay, that's what this thyme is for. And one more thing, we've got ginkgo. Okay, ginkgo is really powerful, and it's to help heal the hurt, the pain, and the disappointment, and to make peace with our inner and outer selves. To make peace with our inner and outer selves. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cleanse our area. I want to cleanse this candle too because it's a new candle and I don't know who's come in contact with it. So yeah, go off there. Cleanse that. Cleanse away all negativity. Yes, cleanse. And we are cleansing. We're cleansing away all negativity. All of the possible nasty, yucky astrals that might be hanging on to you or around you or even in you, okay? And all of the nasty curses, hexes, bad lucks, ill thoughts, and ill wishes that have been sent to you, we are helping to cleanse them away. And we're using this, which is my fireproof dish. So we've got all of that taken care of right now. Okay, now the first thing you need to do is to write your name or your initials onto the candle. I'm just going to use the back of my wooden spoon and I'm just going to carve them in there. And then once I've carved my initials under this candle, I am going to put my date of birth, and I ask that you do the same. Okay, so now we've got that done. And if you're wondering, I just have my pentagram here, which I use to charge everything. Okay, so now that we have done that, this is something that you might want to write down, okay? We want to say this 3 times as we anoint our candle, okay? So, of course, I'm going to read it to you slowly so that you can write it down if you wish, okay? So please don't change the words of this because this is pretty powerful, at least I feel it is. And I know that it's going to help me, and I'm hoping that it will help you. So here it goes. It's time I learn to love myself. It's not just about outer beauty, nor just about wealth. My face, my body, and other perfect imperfections have led me to go in a much better direction. Your standards of how I need to be no longer apply, for now I break free. It is so. Ashe, 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 ashe-o. Now, you can write this down and keep it with you in your pocket. Sleep with it at night. Read it as often as you can because these are words of power, words of encouragement that are going to help you. Now, this here, let's go ahead and get our candle anointed. However you decide you wish to anoint your candle is fine. I am going into a clockwise direction here because of the fact that I'm bringing this power to me. I'm bringing this knowledge of self-love and power to me. Now, as you're anointing this, you're saying this 3 times, whether it's in your mind or if you're saying it out loud. But it's important that you take the time to learn this short spell, because this is a short spell that will stay with you for a very long time and help you to grow as a person and to help you to grow to learn to love yourself, okay? I want to read this one more time because I don't know if you've gotten it or not. You know, I will go ahead and I will type it down below at the bottom. It's time I learn to love myself. It's not just about outer beauty, nor just about wealth. My face, my body, and other perfect imperfections have led me to go in a much better direction. Your standards of how I need to be no longer apply, for now I break free. It is so. Great, that's good. And, oh, I didn't light my candle, did I? I wanted to light my goddess candle. I've been working quite a bit with the different goddess aspects of myself. And I urge you to do the same. And the best way to do it is to have a representation of the goddess, whether it's a statue or something you've made, or if it's flowers, whatever it might be for you. And light a candle in front of that and spend time there. Okay, spend time there meditating on the goddess and her different aspects that will help us out as human beings. and especially as women. Okay? All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our dish right on top of your pentagram, if you have one. If you don't have one, it would be nice if you could get one, but if not, that's all right. Okay? And then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and pour our water into our dish, because the water, like I said, is for our emotions. Now, let me see here. First, we're going to go with the ginkgo. Oops. Okay. I'm going to put some of this in here because, you know, this is the type of magic where you use these things to help you to focus. And if you're anything like I am, I really, really love my different witchcrafting articles and props. I find them to be quite helpful, and hopefully you will also. But you know, if you don't need these props, it's also okay, because everybody is different. Okay? Everybody is different. Let's see. Let's put some of our thyme in here. This thyme really does have a lovely scent to it. It does. Put some more there. Okay. That. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay. Right. And we've got our crystals here. Let's go ahead and place our roses in as well. I'm just going to take some of the rose petals off. I love the form of roses. Can you see this? I just really, they're so wonderful. All right. Now, you don't need a lot. You really, really do not need a lot, because it's all about the intention. I know a lot of people don't like to hear it, but it really is. It's about the intention of what we are accomplishing. It's about the mindfulness of what we are accomplishing. Okay? Let's go ahead and put our crystals in here for strength. Yes, for strength and for power. And then I'm going to put a few of these rose quartz in here. This one didn't want to jump in. Maybe he can't swim. Sorry. Right. This is for self-love. Where do I want to put this? Let's put this over here. Let me read this to you one more time, the way I've got it written down here, okay? The rose quartz is to represent your strength, your power, and love. The quartz crystal is to represent your strength, your power, and your love. And then we've got the rose petals, which will help to open up and reveal your true self and the beauty that you possess inside and outside. And they will help to heal the emotional wounds. Plus the thorns of the roses that were on the stems that they grew on will help to protect your emotions, okay? The dried lavender is for calmness and flow, okay? And thyme is to help cleanse away the cruel words and the cruel actions that have been placed upon you. And this will help to raise your self-esteem and the love that you have for yourself, because we are going to get rid of all of that nastiness, okay, that was placed upon you, whether it be intentional or not, okay, that was placed upon you. All right, and then we've got the ginkgo to help heal the hurt, the pain, and the disappointment, and possibly even the abandonment that you might be feeling. It's to help us to make peace with our inner and our outer selves. Now, last thing that we want to do here is light our candle. And whilst you're lighting your candle, or after you've gotten it lit, you might want to say the spell again. In fact, I would suggest that you light your candle and say the spell 3 times. And then you do this. You light your candle every day, whether it be morning or night or both, for about 5 minutes. Sit with your candle and meditate on learning to love yourself, especially the parts that you don't love. Okay, those parts you don't love. Okay, learn to love yourself inside and outside. Now on the inside and the outside, change the things that you can. This is going to help you to change the things you can. And also, if you can carry a piece of rose quartz with you, doesn't even have to be this big, but just something you can have in your hand, in your pocket, in your bra, in your panties, wherever you want to put it, in your sock. You know, it just depends. But just to feel that gentle energy that the rose quartz exudes, and that will go into you, and it will help you to achieve your goal of learning to love yourself. So I definitely recommend to have the rose quartz in your pocket. I always have some sort of a crystal in my pocket or my bra or somewhere on me. There's hardly ever going to be a time, except for at night, you know, when I'm sleeping, and they are on my bedside table, but there's hardly ever going to be a time that you're going to find me without a crystal somewhere on me or on my purse, in my purse, somewhere near, okay? Very, very important stuff. Now, let's light our candle. I'm going to say this one more time. Here we go. It's time to learn to love myself. It's not just about outer beauty. It's not just about wealth. My face, my body, and other perfect imperfections have led me to go in a much better direction. Your standards of how I need to be no longer apply, for now I break free. It is so. And like I said, sit with your candle, meditate upon this spell, meditate upon learning to love the parts of you that you just are having a really, really hard time with, whether that be the thoughts you're having or some of the things that you do, your ways, the way you look, the things that are missing that you wish to have on your body or inside of you. If you're sick, if you're sad, if you're depressed, you know, meditate on getting rid of these things and changing them into the opposite of what they are. And do this every day. You know, do it in the morning, in the evening, like I said. Try to do it for at least 3 weeks, okay? And then this is going to help you to gradually change everything that needs to be changed. But you have to keep going. It's not something that, oh, quick fix, it's over with. You have to keep on going with it, okay? All right, my incredible, wonderful, magical family, thank you for having been here today, and I hope that this really helped you. All right, we will see you the next time. I bid you merry part until we merry meet again. I am Lady Silver Sage. See you later. Bye.